Hi guys, welcome to my channel Blu Ray Ben. Today I'm going to show you what I picked up in the last couple of months. I think it has been about 2 months since my last pickup video. So I'm going to get straight into showing you the things I've picked up. But I also want to say that in the description box down below I've left a link to a great channel, Eastwood for Life fan, that's Carlos. A lot of the pickups or a lot of the things that I'm going to be showing you in this video came from him because he did send me out a really good package with lots of stuff. So I'm going to talk through that as well. But also related to the stuff that he sent me out, I've picked up some other stuff sort of to go with it, as well as some other things that I've been sent for Christmas from my family and other things. So I've got quite a lot of stuff to show you. Please give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. I always love getting comments on these pickup videos. Let me know what you think of my pickups and also let me know what you've picked up. And I hope you had a great Christmas and a great New Year and all of that. And yeah, we're going to get straight into this. So the first 4 movies are actually Bruce Lee movies. Okay, so Carlos sent me, in the package he sent me 2 movies. And if you're watching, Carlos, I apologise because I can't remember which 2 you sent me. Because after he sent me these 2, I ordered straight away online the other 2 Bruce Lee movies. Okay, so I don't remember which ones you actually sent me. So now I've got all 4, which is Enter the Dragon, which I definitely picked up myself. Then we've got The Way of the Dragon. Okay, the next one is The Big Boss, and then the final one is Fist of Fury. Okay, so I have to admit I've never seen any of these movies. I think Enter the Dragon, my father used to watch it. I've seen some clips and things like that. But yeah, I haven't actually watched any of these movies from start to finish. So I'm looking forward to watching them, you know, from the first sort of movie he brought out to you know, the 4th one. I know there is a 5th one that he died during during filming, and I've spoken to Carlos about that, so I'm gonna have to pick that up as well because he said it's worth watching. There's some great fight scenes, so I will pick it up. But for now, I've got the first 4, 2 which Carlos sent me, and then the other 2 I picked up to sort of complete the set. But as you can see, they're all still wrapped up in plastic. So looking forward to checking these out. And when I've got sort of a long weekend where it's raining outside in Spain, which doesn't happen very often, I'll sit down and I'll watch them back to back and get some great Bruce Lee goodness. So the 4 Bruce Lee movies. Okay, then he also sent me a Chuck Norris movie, which is the first Chuck Norris movie I've ever seen in my life. You know, when I was growing up, and a lot of movies I watched when I was growing up were because my dad watched them. My dad was never a fan of Chuck Norris, so I'd never seen a movie. So Carlos sent me out one that he thought I'd like, and I watched it. I really enjoyed it. This is Missing in Action, so I'm going to have to pick up the sequel, Missing in Action 2. But yeah, I spoke to him about it, really enjoyed it, and I'm going to start sort of definitely watching more of Chuck Norris movies. Yeah, just great action movies from sort of I don't know if you could class them as B-movie action movies, but a lot of people do, but I enjoy it. It's a bit like Van Damme, you know, some people love him, some people hate him. But I really enjoyed this movie, Carlos, so yeah, I'm going to definitely be looking into more movies from Chuck Norris. Okay, the next thing he also sent me was a digibook, an absolutely amazing digibook. You can see here, look at that, it looks absolutely amazing, some great artwork, really, really nice. And it's the classic movie, The Sting, starring Paul Newman and Robert Redford. And I'm ashamed to say that I had never seen this. You know, normally a lot of the classics, or most of the classics I've seen, but I'd never seen The Sting. This is the first one I watched from the package he sent me, and absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. And I have to admit, Carlos, I've seen it twice now. I watched it a couple of days ago again. The soundtrack's absolutely amazing. The duo, you know, the 2 protagonists, they go so well together. And I just had a blast with this movie. And, you know, just to top it all off, it's a really nice sort of digibook. So yeah, thanks so much for sending me this. And this I'm going to put on my shelf, you know, there behind me with my special editions. Absolutely love this. The Sting. If you haven't seen The Sting, definitely check it out. Amazing film. Okay, then I've got 2 sort of upgrades from DVD to Blu-ray action movies, which is The Rock and Armageddon. I'm sure most of you have seen them. Great movies, just pure for popcorn fun action movies starring sort of famous actors. Of course, Sean Connery and Bruce Willis, and then other famous actors too. I'd seen these films many, many times, but I had them on DVD, so an upgrade to Blu-ray was definitely needed, and I've watched both of them. I watched them on the same day, I think. One before lunch, one after lunch, and had a blast really watching them on Blu-ray. So yeah, looked great, sounded great, happy to have upgraded these to Blu-ray. Okay, then he sent me a John Carpenter movie that I don't have. I do have, I think, most of his films, and I am a fan of John Carpenter. He sent me Vampires. Didn't have this in my collection, so thank you very much, Carlos. And I actually told him that I had seen it. I think I told him I had seen it, but I didn't have it on DVD or VHS or Blu-ray or anything, and he sent it to me. And then I sat down to watch it, and I must have seen the first scene or the first 20, 30 minutes, because after that I don't remember anything at all. And when I was younger, what I used to do is, because I used to finish work quite late, I used to get home and have dinner about 12 o'clock in the evening, and there was all these movies on Fridays or Saturday nights that they would put on the TV, movies like this that aren't considered sort of blockbusters or huge budget movies. And maybe I sort of sat down to sort of start watching this movie while I was having dinner, and then I sort of fell asleep and didn't watch the end. So it was a good surprise to find out that I hadn't actually seen it all the way through, and I really, really enjoyed it. And it has to be one of my favourite vampire movies now. I do like vampire movies, and there's some great ones out there. Near Dark is another one that I saw the other day. Absolutely love that one. But yeah, really enjoyed it, and I'm a huge fan of John Carpenter and his soundtracks and the way that he films and the way that he does it on a lower budget. And yeah, just a great movie. Haven't seen Vampires? Definitely check that out. Okay, and then the last thing he sent me was Godzilla vs. Kong. Now I think, Carlos, you said to me that you sent it out because you watched it and you didn't really enjoy it. It was a lot of CGI. And you decided to send this to me, right? So I hadn't seen this, but I did own the first one, which was Godzilla 2014 movie, and also Kong Skull Island, which were all part of the Monsterverse. So I had the first and the second film, and then he'd sent me this one, which is the fourth one. So what I had to do is I had to go onto the internet and pick up Godzilla King of the Monsters so I could watch them all together, and I did that last weekend. I rewatched the original Godzilla, the 2014 original sort of Godzilla movie. I rewatched again Kong Skull Island. Then I watched Godzilla King of Monsters, and then the last one I watched was Godzilla vs. Kong. So now I've got all four from the sort of King Kong Godzilla Monsterverse. Okay, talking about these. I enjoyed Godzilla vs. Kong a lot. It's the last one in the sort of saga. You said there was a lot of CGI. Yeah, there's a lot of CGI. A bit over the top at some points, but I did really enjoy it. I had a blast watching this. Godzilla King of the Monsters has to be my least favourite of the four. I did enjoy it, but I think there was way more CGI in this one. So many different monsters fighting at the same time. It sort of reminded me a bit of Transformers, you know, when they're fighting in the city, and it was just, in the end, it was just so much CGI and so many explosions and so much noise that there were parts where I thought, woof, they're going over the top. But I did enjoy it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the order. The order of my favourite movies. I like the 2014 Godzilla the most out of these four movies. Then Kong Skull Island, which I absolutely love. I think there are some parts in it what I would change, but overall a great movie. Then it would be Godzilla vs. Kong. I had a blast watching this, you know, and when it's a bit of a spoiler, but when they go inside the earth to Kong's original sort of home, really, really enjoyed that. And then the fourth one would be Godzilla King of Monsters, which I did enjoy, but it was just way over the top for me on the CGI and the different monsters and things like that. But overall, all four movies, thoroughly enjoyable. Great to just sort of sit down and watch them on a Sunday afternoon and just relax and have fun watching huge creatures beating the crap out of each other. So there you go. Okay, now the next one, I'm getting confused here. The next one is a movie that I've only seen once because I picked it up recently, but it's gone straight into my, I think, top 10 favourite movies, and that's Joaquin Phoenix and Robert De Niro in The Joker, which I think this was directed by Todd Phillips. Todd Phillips, I'm a fan of Todd Phillips, but he normally makes sort of stupid comedies. I think he made, I don't know if it's Step Brothers or, you know, he likes to make stupid comedies. So I suppose it is the same Todd Phillips. It may not be. I may be sort of talking rubbish, but I think it is. But so I was really surprised that he directed this because it's a really, really dark movie, and I just had a blast. I'm not going to talk too much about this because just in case no one's seen it or someone hasn't seen it, I don't want to give any spoilers, but I think it was absolutely amazing. And Joaquin Phoenix, one of the best performances I've ever seen. He's always been a favourite actor of mine, and people don't talk about him enough. He's done some great movies and great performances. But this was absolutely amazing, and I was glued to the screen from the first minute to the last minute of the movie. Then I watched all the extras. I'm going to definitely rewatch this again soon. But yeah, one of these movies that once you finished it, you will remember forever. And yeah, it's definitely gone into my top 10 favourite movies. Absolutely amazing film. So dark, so gritty. The soundtrack goes so well with his character, depending if he's in a good mood or a bad mood. There's some great action scenes in it, some shocking, thrilling scenes in it as well. Absolutely amazing. Couldn't recommend this highly enough. That's Joker. I hadn't seen it until now because I was waiting for it to come down in price, and it came down in price on Amazon UK, and I picked it up. So yeah, that's Joker. Okay, and the last few things are presents from my family, because my family are amazing and they know that I love movies. So they send me things out. So the first two are from my brother and his wife. So thank you very much. And it's Rush Hour, classic action movie starring Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan. I hadn't seen this for many, many years. I have got it on VHS, but it's under my bed, so I hadn't seen it. So I really enjoyed rewatching this. So an upgrade to Blu-ray, and I had a blast watching it. Just funny comedy action. I have seen Rush Hour 2. I didn't really enjoy it that much, and I don't know if there are any more. I think maybe Rush Hour 3, but I'm just the original for me on Blu-ray, and happy to add this to my collection. And then the other thing is a movie that I've seen so many times in my life, but I didn't own it either on DVD or Blu-ray, so I wanted it, and that's The Never-Ending Story. I think it's directed by Wolfgang Petersen. He's a great director. And yeah, there's a lot of good movies that come out sort of in Hollywood that are sort of based in Germany, and like Wolfgang Petersen and all the people that worked on this were German, and I think the composer and everything. So they do some great movies, and they don't get enough credit. Movies coming out of Germany, no one talks about amazing movies from Germany, and they do, support the industry quite a lot. So yeah, amazing movie. You've all seen it. Never-Ending Story. It's one of these things that if you saw it as a kid, it'll always be sort of close to your heart. Maybe if you see it as an adult, you think it's stupid, but I watched it as a kid many, many times. Some great creatures, some great practical effects. And they've also got, because this is the 30th anniversary edition, they got some great extras. They talk about how they did the monsters and how they moved the face, animatronics. So I love all that stuff, so that's great. Never-Ending Story. So happy to have that in my collection. And last but not least was a gift from my parents, which is one I asked for, and it's The Story of Film, an Odyssey. This is the original one, because I know that there's a second part coming out, I think in February, which is supposed to be the last 10 years, because I can't remember what year this goes from. It goes from the start of film up until a certain year, obviously, but I can't remember what it is. I apologise for that. But yeah, it's basically a saga of how, film started right at the start, and then through time, how it changed, and how things were sort of not manipulated, how things sort of evolved, and different companies use different things, and cinemas used other things, and the actors, and it's just an amazing odyssey of the story of film. And I haven't seen it to the end, because I started watching this on Netflix, and I think I made it about 80% of the way through. Then I went on holiday, and when I came back, Netflix had taken it off, so I couldn't finish it. So I put this in my wish list, and my parents picked it up for me, so I'm looking forward to opening this up and rewatching it from start to finish. And then I've already put on a pre-order for The Story of Film Part 2, which is coming out in February, so I'll be able to watch sort of the next part and finish off the Odyssey. So there you go, guys. I normally pick up the movies I picked up at the end of the video and show you, but I can't, there's too many. Really nice haul. Thanks again to Carlos from Eastwood Fly Fan, go check him out. Really happy with all the stuff you sent me, and so appreciative of the kindness that you've shown me, over the years, sending me stuff. And also to my family for the presents and other things I picked up, which is a huge haul this time. I suppose there won't be another pickup video for at least 2 or 3 months, because, when I do a big one, and then I'll sort of calm down a bit in January and February. But thanks for watching, guys. As I said, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and take care, and I hope you have a great 2022. Bye for now.